Now to the other main national storyline tonight, the economy, with the Federal Reserve today once again raising interest rates, this time though by 500 basis points or about 0.5%. That's less than the Fed had been raising interest rates. We'd seen those steady 0.75 of a percentage point increases for a while now. So we've had some good news in the last week. We had a strong consumer price index. We learned of that yesterday. Again, just that 0.5 percentage point rate hike. That's good news, although we could see rate hikes into the future. But let's talk about what all of these numbers actually mean in your day-to-day life. Here's some of the good news you're going to see. First of all, gas prices. We know those are dropping. We've already seen it. Airline ticket prices are finally starting to fall after travel was almost unaffordable earlier this year. Used car prices. Finally, used cars don't cost almost as much as new cars. We're starting to see some parts that you couldn't get before becoming available. Used car prices are down significantly. They still cost a lot, don't get me wrong, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. And your 401k, any sort of savings that you have invested, there's hope for those after what's been a really rough year. But it doesn't mean that everything is all good news by any means. The bad news, rent, that is still very high, although that's expected to come down at some point next year. So bide your time on that, but right now rent is still increasing, and anything service related, that's another big one. That's anything from a haircut to garbage and sewer fees. We've seen those increase here in the city of Erie. Healthcare, sporting tickets. Right now, labor costs are so high, it's so expensive to hire people that anytime you're looking for a service, the costs just keep going up. Despite all of that, we talked to the CEO of the Erie Regional Chamber and Growth Partnership, and he says he's optimistic about what lies ahead for our region.
There's such an upward pressure on wage rates that it's hard for the market to be able to respond to quickly, and it just takes time for the wages demands to catch up with the marketplace. And so that's what we're seeing. But I do think, people are feeling better about where we're going on the workforce. We just have to keep our attention on it.
The one word on everyone's mind, but that no one wants to use, recession. Will we enter one in 2023? It's going to be touch and go. You'll hear from Dr. Ken Louie, one of our area's leading economists, coming up on future newscasts here on Erie News Now. Eva?